What's up, viewers? Welcome to Phase 2 of the Surgsby Vlogs. This is the official announcement video for the second phase of my vlogging style thing, whatever, where I just want to talk to you guys about a couple things. First of all, I want to talk about equipment. Second of all, I want to talk about plans. And third of all, I want to talk about reflections on the first phase of the vlog. So the little timestamps you see up there, those are where each section ends, right? So if you want to skip around this video and just see the important stuff, you can do that. So first, I'm going to cover quickly equipment. As you can see, this is a bit higher quality video than I normally would film on my phone, and that is because, and let's see if this actually works, I got a little mirror here. Oh my goodness. Can you see that? There we go. Yep, I'm actually filming this on a Canon 70D EOS. I got my, my little lights. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's one light. There's another light. Let's see. Yeah, this is a really tiny mirror, so you can't see anything. But point is, I'm filming this on a really cool looking camera. There it is. It's kind of legit. This is the camera that I received for my as my graduation present. Hopefully this lighting works well. Also, in terms of the audio though, it came with a little Rode Go microphone, but unfortunately it came without the cable that came with it. So I'm actually gonna have to return this camera and get a new one so that I can actually get this cable. It's kind of stupid, but I didn't want to pay the extra $20 for the cable, which they should have delivered in the first place. Like, what the hell? So this might be one of the few for a few days after releasing this video, I might end up filming stuff on my phone, but hopefully I will be able to transition into using this beauteous camera for beautiful footage for you guys in the future for Phase 2. That's the first part about Phase 2. Second part about Phase 2 is the general kind of structure of these vlogs. So if you guys have been following along with my vlogs in general, you'll know that I've been kind of struggling with what I want to do with these vlogs, how I want to, proceed with them and all that stuff. One of the first things I wanted to do was up the quality. The whole phone thing was cool, but I didn't enjoy watching the vlogs that I filmed because they weren't beautiful and colorful and whatever. Now I have this camera and everything's gonna look fantastic, I hope, once I figure out how to actually use this thing and once I actually get this microphone set up. Also, I don't know if you guys care, but and let's see if I can actually show you this. You see that? That's what I'm using to record my sound right now. It's my regular tabletop microphone standing on my my office desk chair, which is a little bit stupid. Okay, anyway, once this microphone gets all set up and once I figure out how to use this camera, hopefully we're going to have some really sweet footage. That's kind of the general gist of why I did this in the first place. But the general plan for the release schedule is I'm hoping every day to release a single simple vlog. And this one might be on my phone, this one might be on this camera. It doesn't matter. It'll be a quick, barely edited or completely unedited video. But instead of showing you guys what I'm doing during the day or telling you guys what I did during the day, it's going to be more of a discussion and thought provoking kind of deal. It's something I've been thinking about on that particular day. I'm just going to sit down and talk about it. So pretty much every single day we're going to release a real talk is what's going to happen essentially. So it's not going to be, today I woke up, brushed my teeth, whatever. I'm kind of tired of those. They're repetitive and, my life isn't all that interesting. And you guys can get a whole, freaking 240 vlogs of my life if you go back to Phase 1. In Phase 2, I want to focus more on my thoughts, my discussions, my ideas, and all that stuff. That's kind of what I'll do every day. And then every week, I will compile any and all footage that I've filmed but not released on a daily basis. So I hope to use this camera and my phone and a bunch of other stuff to capture footage throughout the day of cool things that are happening, cool places I go to, cool things I see, blah, 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 blah. But because that footage doesn't happen every day, it makes sense for me to wait until the end of every week to actually compile all of that stuff and release it. And I'm guessing it'll probably be released on every Monday or Tuesday or something like that because I'm going to need the weekend to, edit everything up and all that stuff. But I don't know. I haven't fixed a specific date yet. So every day we're going to release a simple, thought of the day kind of video. And then at the end of every week, I'm going to release a edited up compilation of everything that had happened to me that week. And that's more of a traditional vlog. Like, here's what I did, here's where I went, and all that stuff. That's not necessarily going to focus on any sort of thoughts or discussions. Cool. So that's kind of the general idea. Oh yeah, and then every week I'm also going to try and do a Q&A with this kind of setup, hopefully. Obviously I'm going to be moving around a little bit. I'm not always going to be in this house, in this room with this nice little maps setup. But hopefully with this little thing, I'll be able to pull up some questions on my phone, answer all your questions, and it'll be lots of fun. So yeah, once per week, we're going to do a compilation of all the stuff. Once per week, we're going to do a Q&A, and then every day we're going to do a thought of the day kind of video. That's kind of where I want to go with this. Also, I'm thinking of writing down some stuff. Whenever I edit these videos, I want to write down kind of the core gist of what went down in the video and publish that somewhere else too, because what I don't like about the Phase 1 vlogs is that I don't have an archived system where I can, search through and like look look at certain specific videos, it's impossible for me to know what really happened in any video because the title usually isn't very descriptive. So I want to try and this might end really badly because it might take a lot more work than I think, but I think after editing, like while I wait for a video to render, I can jot down some notes like this is what happened, you know, throw on some tags, and then publish it to some online source where it can be categorized and classified and all that stuff. And so, you know, I'll be able to look at funny vlogs, serious vlogs, all that stuff retroactively. That'll be like a cool archiving tool. Anyway, that's kind of the plan. Cool. Okay, so now part 3, which is kind of the longest part and the most rambly part, is kind of reflections. What was it that I learned from my vlogging experience and all of that stuff? So let's hop right into it. When I posted my Real Talk at the end of the first 100 vlogs, if you guys remember that, I said 4 things were the reason why I did this vlog. One is discipline. Putting out something every day requires a lot of discipline. The second was, I believe, motivation for me to do stuff, go out and film a bunch of crazy things and, you know, travel to places and, you know, create really fun, excellent footage. The third one was speaking practice, so practice of delivery and, you know, communicating with you guys and all that stuff. And the fourth one was you guys, I think it was, like talking to you guys, commenting with you guys, and interacting and all that stuff. So let's see, in terms of discipline, yeah, sure, it was great, fantastic discipline, but at some point it kind of lost its value for me, vlogging every day, forcing myself to vlog every day, because the vlogs themselves became stupid, in my opinion. There were times when I would just whip out my phone and be like, today I woke up, I did nothing, I'm going to sleep, right? It's just stupid. It's not interesting to watch, it's not interesting for me to make, it's a hassle, and I'm just doing it to force myself to do it, and it kind of kills the whole point of discipline, right? The idea was to be able to discipline myself to put out interesting content every day, and unfortunately I didn't have nearly enough discipline for that to actually work out. So that was an unfortunate kind of consequence. I wasn't able to actually discipline myself, so that was kind of a failure on my part. Number 2 was motivating myself to go out and do stuff. That would totally work, except for in the middle and at the end of the semester, especially once the discipline thing started to wane, I sort of lost a big part of, you know, my passion for making this vlog, right? And part of the reason why I'm doing this phase 2 revamp is to reignite my passion for vlogging, for showing you guys stuff, and kind of reorienting why I'm doing this and what I'm doing this for, right? What is the purpose? And that's, I don't want to talk about my life anymore. That's why I want to talk about interesting thoughts, right? Because then it'll, you know, force me to really think. And if I don't come up with anything, then, you know, that's just not going to go in the end of the week compilation. And I might not even post something that day, right? I'm no longer posting something every day necessarily. I'm posting something every day whenever I have something interesting to say. And then I'm forcing myself once per week to put together some sort of compilation. And those compilations might end up going down south as well, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Anyway, so the motivation thing also kind of fell off the map. Also, I purchased a drone, I purchased a GoPro and all that stuff. All that stuff was motivating, but unfortunately, I never got around to editing it, either because there was too much footage, either because my computer couldn't handle it, or because, I don't know, like, you guys have never even seen the cruise vlog yet. That one's coming out, I think, shortly after this one, or maybe it came out right before. I don't know, I've lost track of when all these videos are coming out, but you guys have never really seen the cruise vlog, and that has been, you know, on my shelf for months and months and months. So, yeah, that kind of sucked. That kind of didn't work out. And then the final thing was you guys, interacting with you guys, and I totally dropped the ball on, you know, replying to comments or replying to emails and all that stuff. I just completely dropped off the face of the earth, really. Twitter, email, none of it. I replied to nothing. And so the whole community interaction thing sank as well. So after about the 80th vlog or something, so 80 days after I made the initial, you know, reasons for vlogging video, all 4 reasons ended up going down south. So kind of the reflection on that is, well, this is kind of a reflection on my character, right? It's the fact that I can't discipline myself. It's the fact that the motivation doesn't really work out so well. The fact that I don't really stick through with things, and the fact that I took this vlog and put it on the back burner because I had more important things to focus on. And that's something important that I want to carry into phase 2. I will try to keep you guys updated on when I have really busy schedules, or when I have too much stuff to do to actually focus on this vlog, and hopefully not fall off the face of the earth and not abandon you guys. Like, I should in advance say I'm gonna take a break for a couple days and then actually take a break, instead of coming back, you know, after a 7-day unannounced break and dumping 7 videos and be like, oh, I was here the whole time, you know. That's all crap. Anyway, so that's kind of what I want to take from what I've learned in these reflections forward to this phase 2 thing. Also, I've learned that the Q&A stuff is really fun for you guys, and it's really a way for me to explore certain things that I've never really thought about, so it's like a really, really cool deal for me to actually answer your questions. And then I think what I might end up doing is pulling from the questions that you guys ask me for the Q&As and ask them back to you as the question of the week is what we're going to have. So instead of a question of the day, in the weekly compiled edited vlog, I'm going to put a question of the week, and then, I'll post the most interesting responses in the next week's vlog. So it'll be really cool. I'll do weekly Q&A for myself, and I'll also ask you guys back the same questions and post your most interesting responses. Not necessarily the same ones, but probably the same ones because I'm too lazy to come up with my own, and post the most interesting responses back to you guys just so we can get a little bit of a community thing going. So yeah, that's it. That's it for the reflection. That's it for the kind of announcement of phase 2. Hopefully that all makes sense. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree with certain things. Let me know what you guys think of all this stuff, the new equipment, the phase 2 thing, like the way I've handled all this thing, whatever. Or don't comment, do whatever you want, up to you. I'd love to hear from you, but obviously if you have nothing to say, then that's all for now, and I will see you all next week. Peace out.